Hello, this is Derek, author and webmaster of Gematrinator.com. It's July 30th, 2017, and tonight I want to take a look at some more news by the numbers, this time at the local level. Typically, we end up decoding a lot of CNN articles, but they aren't the only news outlet that loves numerology. As I explored on my Twitter feed today, all outlets do this to various extents. To start, I went to Fox News and found this headline regarding Russia's retaliations to U.S. sanctions. When we calculate the Sumerian gematria of this headline and add 7 plus 5 plus 5 from this number here, we get 5777. This is a highly relevant number. It's the current year of the Hebrew calendar, the year in which Trump was elected, took office, and guided the country through its first of two solar eclipses we'll likely see while he's in the White House. In my video on the alleged suicide of Chester Bennington, I had this slide. I mentioned Scott Weiland, whose Wikipedia profile picture shows his head in front of this one light, very reminiscent of an eclipse. When he died, he was 577 months old in his 7th day. His name in Kabbalah Gematria sums to 218, like 21/8, the date of the solar eclipse. And if you measure from the date he died to the date of that eclipse, it comes out to 20 months and 18 days. Remember, in numerology, we drop this 0, so it's basically another 218. I also went to MSNBC to see their coverage on the Russia story, and here I got some familiar numbers as well. But in this case, I had to turn the number calculation off. Some may see this as another way of playing around with the numbers, but how likely is it for two such relevant numbers to appear in both reverse ciphers? 223 reverse reduction, as shown here. This is significant because of its relationship to 777. 223 plus 232 plus 322 equals 777. In the octal numbering system, 511 is 777. You'll see that was the reverse gematria of this tweet, 511. When we write out 777, it sums to 314, as does circles down here in satanic gematria and eclipse, 314. If you're wondering why it's called satanic gematria sums to 666 in that cipher, but Saturn sums to 511 in Jewish gematria, and this is important. But how about the local newspapers? First off, Bud Selig is entering the Baseball Hall of Fame, and he offered our Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel a quote, "I feel like I'm home," which in ordinal gematria matches his name in reverse gematria, which is 137. This happens to be the 33rd prime number. But this story here in Milwaukee takes the cake, for sure. This story is about a Taiwanese factory that will be opening up here in southeast Wisconsin. Can't wait to see what high-quality jobs they'll be bringing from overseas. But let's look at a little gematria. First off, Milwaukee sums to 37 in full reduction. And this company is called Foxconn, which is also 37. And let's check out their gematria in the trigonal cipher. This is 777, like 3 sevens. The news, by the way, was released on the date July 30th or 7/30. Now this story is about a factory planned for southeast Wisconsin. This has gematria of 73, the reflection of 37. But what's interesting is that it has satanic gematria of 883. And look, this article was updated at 2:43 p.m. That would be the 14th hour plus the 43rd minute, 883. Now let's dump this headline in here and look at this, single reduction gematria of 370. See how it works? Now let's scroll down to this article and look at these other headlines. First one is contractors will need workers. Now this one is interesting, and here we're going to look at the Jewish ciphers, which is based on the original Latin alphabet. Here we see a 133 reduced and 331 ordinal? Well, when we type out 133 or 331, it sums to 1331 in Jewish gematria. This is our number that's connected to Saturn and the Hebrew god El. I cover this number in depth in Signs of Time, which I will link down in the description below. Now let's look at the next headline. Large and small companies may benefit. And how about this? English ordinal gematria of 314. Remember, pi is 3.14. When we write out 3.14, it's 888 in Jewish gematria. Remember, that's the average distance of Saturn to the Sun. Now when we write out 22 divided by 7, first let's do the equation on the calculator. 22 divided by 7 equals 3.14, a close approximation of pi. And when we write out 22 divided by 7 in English ordinal gematria, it sums to 314. How many degrees are in a circle? Well, that would be 360, which sums to 227 like the equation to get it. And to get the pi symbol on your keyboard, just use Alt 227 if you're on Windows. Now before I end, let's take one more look at this headline. Foxconn supply chain could bring opportunities to Wisconsin businesses. Well, look at this. It's got double gematria in the ALW and Francis Bacon ciphers of 881. And what state are these businesses in? It's Wisconsin, 881. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.